All right, guys, finally doing a video. It has been quite some time. Excuse my voice. I got out and done a lot of mowing and weed eating over the weekend here, and it has just beat me to death. I don't know what I got into or if it was just a coincidence. I don't know. I feel great, but my voice, I just don't have a voice for some reason. But anyway, here's my 56. So as far as what I've done to it today, this truck, when I got it, I didn't really realize it because the door was so rough. But the truck had actually got put in a ditch or something 100 years ago, and all this was pushed in. So I got a porta power out here today and pulled that cab out and had to weld it up right in here. So I had to cut this loose, bring this out. And so anyway, lines up pretty good. My gap's still a little bit close. I could pull that out up here, but it's not touching, and it's even all the way from the top to the bottom, so I'm good with it. And I changed my emblems. So I don't know why I didn't really think about it. Whenever I got these fenders, these were some new old stock GM fenders, and it had factory holes down here. So I just stuck the emblems in those holes. I didn't really think about it. I hadn't seen these fenders on this truck in quite some time. You can see where the spear come off. That's the original fender to the truck. But again, I never really paid attention. I got on Google, just kind of thumbing around for some paint ideas, what color I was going to do with it. And I noticed a lot of the emblems were up here. And I'll tell you, I think I kind of liked it better under the body line where the 55s are. If you don't understand what I'm saying, pull up a 55 Chevrolet 3100 and a 56. 56 and 57, the emblems are up top above the body line. 55 is below. It's just something I never paid attention to, never really thought much of it. And again, I kind of liked them under the body line better, but it would have bugged me to death. Now, I welded up the original holes. That's a shame. I'm sure somebody's cringing. Somebody's probably fixing a 55 somewhere, and they'd have loved to have had these fenders. But they're on this truck, and I damn sure wasn't going to sell these and start looking for more fenders. So I just welded them up. Again, kind of a shame, but re-drilled the holes. I made me a template out of some cardboard, my old fender. I'm more of a horseshoes and hand grenades kind of guy. It's close enough. Matter of fact, I think it's dead on, but anyway, it's close enough for me. So since y'all have seen this truck, I did, I've welded in a plate. You probably can't see it much. Again, I just sprayed a little bit of spray paint over top of the bare metal just to keep it from rusting. But that radio hole used to be cut out. It was just a kind of a gobbed up hole. So I cut all that out and put a plate from Classic Industries in there, welded it up, and put a little bit of filler on it. Didn't need a lot. I welded up a couple other holes that were on the dash. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I lined these steps up. So that was not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. So that outside lip will roll with your hands. I had to do a little bit of metal work on this one to get it just right, but that's as close as you'll see one at a show. I've seen super nice trucks and those steps not lined up. These line up great. And again, you can just kind of work that down. Now you've got a little spot here that you might have to cut out to kind of let it flex a little bit more. Anyway, maybe I'll go over that in another video. But I got the steps lined up good on both sides. That was a concern of mine. What else? Oh yeah, the bed floor. Now the tailgate. I'll show you what I've done with this tailgate. I'm sure somebody's going to ask. So I was going to put hidden latches on it, and to put the type that I was going to use on it, you'd have to weld this up. You'd have to block this off because he's going to have a big silver thing sticking through here. So what I did, I drilled a hole in the tailgate on both sides. I put a nut in there and welded the nut into the tailgate, and it's just got a body bolt on both sides. Now that could be undone very easily. You can take the body bolts out and just weld the nut hole up, and you're right back to where you started. They make a pricier hidden latch kit that will mount in here, and you actually have a little steel cord. That way, if you want to set on the tailgate or whatever. But this truck don't have much of a bed floor. Now, Raising Cane, one of my subscribers, was kind of asking why I had the bed floor up so high. So I knew I was going to need some angle for my shocks. So these are my shocks that I bought off Amazon. Those were about $70. I think those were 300 pounds or something. Those are some really stout shocks. A little bit of overkill, honestly. I didn't really know what this frame. I built this frame out of some square tubing, like 1x2 square tubing. But anyway, right here. So this is why I wanted my bed floor up so high. I knew the floor, I was going to have it either removable or be able to lift up because of this gas tank. So if you ever had to change the tank for whatever reason or do a fuel pump, this tank, you'd have a lot of trouble getting it out the bottom. It could probably be done, lifting it and twisting it down, but I just wanted some easier access. Hopefully I never have to fool with it, but I didn't want the next guy cussing me. But anyway, I wanted my filler neck under here with it instead of cutting a hole through the bed floor. And a lot of guys do that, and it looks great. Nothing wrong with that at all. I wanted mine completely hidden. And one more thing, if I ever had to get in here and fool the tank or the pump or whatever, I wouldn't have to take my filler neck and stuff loose to get the floor up. Anyway, so that's why. And I barely had enough clearance there. Without that, you can see I actually had to notch this frame that I built for the floor to clear that gas cap. So that's the reason why. I never did answer that comment, but I'm sure other people may have been curious as to why I had such a, I built it up so high. This is kind of the only thing I'm not real proud of, are these camper top locks, but I had to come up with something, and I ordered several different latches for this stupid thing. I ordered some for a boat that looked pretty good, but I couldn't get those to mount and work right. So anyway, $20, they'll work. You can lock it if you want to lock it. Nobody can get in it, unless they just wanted to go crazy and break the damn thing. But for the most part, you got a little bit of protection there, I guess. But anyway, so there's the bed floor. Love it or hate it, I don't know. It works for me. It's better than what I had. Now this board, this thing won't get caught. I need to take that back off and just kind of shave the edge off, but it's really just as simple as pushing it down. There was a gap here. It had to have a little bit of a gap for this floor to raise up as high as it raises. So I've got some hinges on this board on the inside, and when you raise the floor, this moves with it and comes back down to fill in that gap. So I'm sure I'm going to have a bunch of people pick on that stupid board, but I've actually got some more bed strips. I thought about maybe laying the strips up on top of this, but that may even bring more questions. I don't know, but I may do that later on. I had plenty of scrap, so I ordered a bed strip kit for a long wheelbase truck, simply because I knew I was going to have to cut this up to go around my wheel tubs and stuff. And if anybody wants to know how I cut around the wheel tubs, I'm not a carpenter at all. So these are not perfect cuts. They're pretty close. They're close enough for me. But I took cardboard and masking tape, and I laid it up on top of the frame, and I built a template around that wheel tub with cardboard and masking tape. Worked out pretty good. I used a jigsaw and just cut it out. That's one piece of plywood. It's a lot easier. I've done this a lot. I've done it in Mr. PIB 66. We may end up doing it in that truck. Still pretty expensive to do it like this. That bed strip kit's higher now than it's ever been. And the sheet of plywood's, $40 or $50. It's come down a little bit from what it used to be. But the bed strips are kind of high, especially if you want stainless or chrome or whatever. But anyway, again, not perfect, but it works for me. So you see the floor is black. The truck's going to be black. I've already made up my mind. I'm done thinking about it. This is a driver. This is not going to be a show truck. I thought very seriously about trying to do this truck right and paint it slick. But at the end of the day, it's going to take a lot of body work to get it laser straight. And I don't really want a perfect truck. I want something I can get in and drive. I want something that if I come out at the rod run out of a hotel room or something and I see somebody's kind of scratched it or something, I'm not going to be worried to death about it. If that makes any sense. I don't know. far as mechanical, I still got to do heat and air. I'll probably put some steering stops. These things, if you get in a real tight turn, it will kind of rub the inside of either the fender or the frame one. So I'm going to have to put some steering stops on. It's nothing that would ever hurt it. You could drive it like that as long as you wanted to. It's just more of a convenience thing, I guess. Kind of annoying when you hear it start rubbing. But anyway, the truck turns good. It drives good. Drove it down the road the other day. I have a new appreciation for you boys riding the bikes without the glasses and stuff on. I had a dragonfly. Luckily, it hit me in the forehead and not in my eyeball. And I was probably running 50 or 60. And, man, that hurt. It really surprised me. I thought it was going to knock me out. But so if I drive it again, it's going to either have the windshield in it or I'm going to have some goggles on. I'll look awful silly, but I won't make that mistake again. You can see I put the grill in it. So that grill kind of adjusts on the sides and stuff. I just put that in there. I've got it where I want it. It's pretty close, a lot closer than it was. And that come out of a really nice truck. That boy done something with his, put some kind of 57 car grill in it or something. I think he screwed the truck up. But I bought the rear bumper, that grill, and several other pieces from him. I don't remember what all. But anyway, I went in and put my marker lights in it, my headlights, just to get the lights and turn signals and stuff working, make sure all that stuff works. I can literally have all this back off within probably a couple hours. The bumper's the biggest part, and that grill. That grill's a pain. I may tape around it because it's already kind of painted around it. And so I'll probably spray it with this. I've got some hot rod black paint, or I may go back to the paint store and just get some really low gloss. I don't want flat, but some low gloss black, and just do some, dark brown patina or something on it. I've got several different browns over here, just rattle can brown, and that's what I'll make my patina with, and then I'll spray it. So get all my trim and stuff back off the truck. I'm going to put a little guide coat on it, block it real quick, hit the bad spots, the worst spots. I'll put a little filler on them and feather it out and just hit the whole truck with the DA with some 80 grit and spray the DTM primer on it. It's a high build primer, so that will take care of a lot of little imperfections. So the truck should be fairly straight. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Again, I'm not looking for perfect. But anyway, get the paint on it or get the primer on it and kind of block it out and then just spray it. I'll run through with some red oxide primer because my high build primer is black. So I want that rust to be a little lighter. So if I use the dark brown on top of that black, it's going to kind of look goofy. I want you to be able to see it. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll try to do a video. I'll spray a little bit of paint on some of this black primer, and then I'll spray some red oxide and go over top of it. It really changes the shade of the brown. And who knows, maybe I like it on the black better. We'll see. But that's where I'm at on it. I've done a lot to it. I've not done no videos. Again, I've been so busy. It's just been a mess working every weekend. I've got, two daughters and a wife, and we've been taking some trips and stuff, spending some time together. My oldest, his first day of school is this week. So we've been dreading that and just trying to get her out and have fun. And she's a little nervous about it. So anyway, we are too. You don't ever want to just turn your kids loose. But they're in good hands here. We've got a good school system, and most of them I know. Some of them are actually some of my teachers back when I was younger. So anyway, none of that is relevant to this video. So I've got the 66 over here, Luke. I've got to get this cab off of the frame, get that 3-speed transmission out of it, and get the big back glass cab sitting on this frame. So we'll probably clean up the frame and paint it, get the big back glass cab on it, get the steering hooked up, and probably try to do the metal work around the cowl that's going to be in behind the fenders and the firewall. Anything that the motor is going to be in the way of, go ahead and get all that took care of. Get the motor and transmission set in it, figure out a cross member. Obviously, this one's got the old cross member, so that's got to go. And we'll put another cross member on back for the either 400 turbo or I don't know what we're going to end up using, 350 or 400 turbo, I'm sure. I've got the steering and stuff pretty much hooked up. I got to put one more bolt in the idler arm, but again, just get the steering and stuff hooked up. And then I'm going to jump on this motor, one of these motors, probably the 350, and get it cleaned up, painted, resealed, and hook it to that transmission, shove it down its throat, and get the front clip set back on it. And then it'll all be downhill from there, I hope. That cab's not near as bad as this one. But anyways, guys, I'm sorry to ramble on so much. I've got a new cab bushing kit here that's got wet. I had enough brake in the rain to get that truck moved over there without it getting wet. But as soon as I pulled that stupid thing in the door, the bottom fell out of it again. It's just been raining all day steady. But anyway, hopefully, too, when I go to swap these cabs out, I may flip that cab up on its back or something and fix the cab mounts and stuff. If they're bad, I don't even know what they look like. I've never looked under that cab, I don't believe. But don't want to put new bolts and bushings on top of rust. But anyway, that's where we're at, guys. I know I keep saying I'm going to do better, and I promise you I'm trying. It has just been hectic around here for quite some time. And, again, just trying to keep the family entertained and working at my 9-to-5 job. That's got to come first before this. So, anyway, I'm going to get on this one. Tim Dixon's got a Corvette, a really cool Corvette. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm not a Corvette guy, but I really like this particular Corvette. It's a steel bumper car. I think a 69 or a 70 or something, but side pipes and typical Tim Dixon stuff, and it is just so cool. I can't wait for you to see it. We're going to put a new motor in it. He had a motor put in a while back, and it just never was any good, so we're going to yank it out and stick him another motor in it so he can get out and enjoy that car. He's had it a long time, and he really likes it and really wants to get to the point to where he can jump in it and kind of not so much daily drive it, but just a good, dependable weekend driver, I guess. All right, a lot to come. Just stay tuned. Hopefully I can get that thing done before the rod run. We got about 6 weeks, between 5 and 6 weeks. So I'm going to try to jump in between that one and this one. We'll just see how it goes. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.